It is because they've lost it. And now the colonial prime minister has no choice than to be forced to go for a propaganda tour to try to shore up those that are still there, to try to shore up their international partners, that they still have some semblance of control. They don't have any control. It's a political, this is all the political game on you and in media. Behind closed doors, they all live in fear and in panic. As we told the Ambazonian people and Camerooners last week, the more things become more visible to everybody, the more they realize that they have lost complete control and they've lost the territory because they've lost the war. Atanganji will commit suicide. Diongute will commit suicide. Some of those top colonial CPDM elites that have relied upon the CPDM party and Mr. Biya for their fame and survival will pack their bags, pack their families, and they will all escape or they will commit suicide. It's coming. You all should be ready for this. The end is here, Ambazonia. The end of Cameroon's occupation is here. You've paid a huge price to achieve these victories. We have paid enormous price in blood, in pain, in suffering, in destruction. To get here. We have paid an enormous price. Things have paid off. Things have paid off. Your sacrifices have paid off. Your suffering, the torture you've gone through, the starvation you've gone through, the deprivation you've gone through, all those collective efforts and sacrifices have culminated to propel us to receive the gift of freedom. Without those sacrifices, there would have been no Ambazonia. Let me repeat, without those sacrifices, there would have been no Ambazonia. The Americans paid the same price. The Canadians paid the same price. Even the Norwegians, they paid the same price. Finland paid the price. Denmark paid the price. France paid the price. Even the Singaporeans, they paid the price. Every nation that now has freedom, where the people are free, they have full rights, good institutions, open societies, thriving societies, where humanity in those societies is thriving, where the human spirit is flourishing, where there is space for God to express himself, herself, where Mother Earth or Mother Universe, it's expressing herself in innovations, in new ideas, in new breakthroughs. And there is limitless abundance and opportunities being created. The goal of the occupier, the purpose of occupation, is to suppress humanity in the people. It is to suppress life, to suppress creativity, to suppress intelligence. The purpose of the liberation is so that we can break free. It's so that we can break through. It was a necessary journey to save the humanity of the Ambazonian people. Self-defense was required to break through fear. And reclaim our reawakening. We were dead inside. Physically, we existed. In spirit, we were dead. Self-defense was to break through the fear, break through the limitations, and reignite and reawaken the dormant life that has been suppressed for decades. Even Gongo and all those CPDM colonial elites, they've all agreed during that crisis meeting with President Gongo that they must negotiate with the Ambazonian people to bring this conflict to an end. This was just last weekend. That's like 3 days ago. They've all agreed that their military strategy has failed and things can't go on like this. They are now rushing to look at how they can engage and get the international community to speed up the process. You have achieved your freedom. You have it now, Ambazonians. It's over for Cameroon. Economically, it's over. Politically, look at what's happening. When was the last time Cameroon opposition leaders can be bold to now start talking about, listen, for us to salvage the situation, we have to go back to and talk about the foundation of the two states coming together. That is evidence. Those are evidences of your victory. When the enemy start acknowledging they've lost and they have to do something quick to stitch the past together. You can't stitch the past anymore. It no longer exists. The future has been created. Ambazonia has emerged. This is not 2016. More than 70,000 have laid their lives for Ambazonia to be free. Ivo laid his life. Efang laid his life. No Pity laid his life. Aroke laid his life. Cross and others, Agaba, and all the commanders and generals and soldiers and fighters across the territory, they laid their lives to get you to this point. You are here. And this is why we're speaking to you today. Let me adjust myself. This is the moment the Ambazonia Governing Council is calling on the Ambazonian people to start preparations for a transition government and for self-governance. The Ambazonia Governing Council is calling on all Ambazonians to start the process for a transition authority. Don't wait. You'll be taken by surprise. Things are moving faster. We can't put them outside. No one is going to make a statement until the appropriate time. Start preparations now. All the various movements, all the various organizations, all the various liberation institutions, people should get to work. Our legal experts should get to work. Our technocrats should get to work. Don't wait until the day they tell you Cameroon is packing out. Don't wait until the day they tell you they are moving leaders to location XXX. They are moving leaders to London. They are moving leaders to Berlin, to Ottawa, or to Washington, D.C., or to Geneva for final negotiations. Take what we say very seriously. You listen to the Vice President spoke 2 days ago. Take what we say very seriously. Start to lay the foundation for your nation, for your country, and start to imagine and conceptualize the kind of government, the kind of an all-inclusive transition government you want to create. It will be an all-inclusive transition government. That is the promise Dr. Cho has made to the Ambazonian people. It will not be the Ambazonia Governing Council dictating. It will not be Siseko Ayoktabe's IG claiming to lead the transition authority. It will not be the ADF imposing, or the fighters imposing their will as to who will govern Ambazonia. It will be a collective process. So too will be the negotiations. It will be a collective process. We want everybody to be involved. From civil societies to our traditional institutions. Women's group, women's movements, every segment of our society will be involved. Refugees will be involved. The prisoners of war will be involved. Our activists and spokespersons, our advocates, defense organizations, the armed groups, and their representatives across the 13 states, everyone will be involved in shaping that transition authority for an all-inclusive transition government. In that way, as the leader has said, we must ensure a stable and peaceful Ambazonia. When people are left out, when groups are left out, the occupier and its sponsors will use those groups to create instability in a post-independence Ambazonia. When people are included and they feel they are part of something larger, where their own political ambitions and goals and objectives through the collective consensus can be met. That is the society we want to create. This is the Ambazonia we want to build. During the transition authority period, all movements will be transformed to political parties. The United Nations, African Union, and international institutions will help the Ambazonian people forge a political path and create the way for democratic elections for Ambazonians to elect members of our parliament, members of our councils, the United Nations, African Union, and other international institutions will help the Ambazonian people create the Ambazonian Constitution, the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. This is the time for all Ambazonians to get on board. Come in and support the efforts, the legal efforts, the lobbying efforts, the humanitarian efforts. Allow self-defense to masters of self-defense. Our fellow people then. Our fellow people then. Which will be the fight for. We don't already get them. I'll not be a prophet. Yes, I'll be a prophet. I don't predict. Most of the things that happen now, I don't already tell a long time ago, right? I'll be an analyst. And all the things that will be the fight for, the reason why we'll fight, the purpose we will fight, the sacrifices where you don't make them, where your leaders, they call you make them. It will be important. If we not be make those sacrifices, we'll not forever get to this place. If people will not be come out for September 22nd, we'll not forget to this place. Even though for that same day for September 22nd, about 481 Ambazonians, they will be killed. But if we not be take those steps, we'll not forget to this place. Some of them are refugees. Some they end up in prison. Thousands they die. Without all of those things, we not forget to this place. If man will not be arrested, we'll not forget to this place. If pen not be arrested, we'll not forget to this place. If Weber not be stand for inside that parliament and challenge the devil, we'll not forget for this place. If La Republique not for show ugliness, if La Republique not for show their true color, if La Republique not for carry out all this terrorism, all these killings, all this torture, all these massacres, we'll not forget for this place. So sometimes we need to understand how life will work. Sometimes it need to come easy, but not all part of the process. The Americans, they go through the same thing. The Canadians, they go through the same thing. Even the French, they go through the same thing. The Norwegians, they go through the same thing. Even the people then for Finland and Sweden. The South Africa, they go through the same process. No people for this world, including the people then for Singapore. The people then for Lee Kuan Yew country. Mandela go for jail for how many years? If enough for go for jail, take those actions, carry out self-defense, carry out economic sabotage. The occupier, the apartheid, racist apartheid system for South Africa, enough for feel the pain and the pressure, enough for mount from the international community. So, what people then? That price we don't pay them. It don't produce the results. I know some of them the wait now until they deal with the blow whistle. La Republique the pack out before we go understand say we do already defeat La Republique. Because for you the only see now what you want to see. And what you see now when Diongute come from Ambazonia, or when you say they don't go carry out their elections to some place, and when one of their politicians they don't carry go for some place, they don't carry go for some place. Now all that way you see all those one are propaganda. The things that we need to see now how the occupier system not function again. Now how the occupier don't be divided. Now how the occupier now get opposition inside their own country. With the opposition parties and now they tell the occupier, say, see, when I live with that story, says special status, that it don't die, it don't work. When I forget grand national dialogue, it don't work. When I forget disarmament, it don't work. When I forget DDR, it don't work. We must enter negotiation table. Because if we not do one, we go lost Ambazonia. Cameroon not survive with Ambazonia. Now they can't tell you who are. They need to tell you because they like you. They tell you that the reality. And that reality, Mr. Bian also know that reality. Ngongo know that reality. But the thing where it make the African openly just can't also okay, more go for negotiations. Now because every occupier it build an image. See, they be invincible. You not be ever know say this time will come. Where Mr. Biano show a face for outside. They not be know say this time will come where Ambazonian people then, without any education, with their bare hands, they did not touch the bead like flies. Like what happened for the other day for between Malende and Kumba area there. When they see video every day across the 13 states, they just pop them like popcorn for microwave. They don't finish. Now, all the price we don't pay them, all the suffering we don't go through, therefore bring you for this place. Therefore bring you for this place of victory and pride. Una take what we tell una very seriously. The end for Cameroon don't come. No wait until the day when the international community can blow whistle. We get for start now. We call on all Ambazonians, the nationalists and the patriots on ground zero, from mommy them and papa them, from uncle them and auntie them. We must start to organize ourselves for which they come. Okay? Preparations for lay the groundwork for the transition government, for self-governance. Now that power they come back to the Ambazonian people then. And what will be that transition of government? That transition government, it will include everybody. We no want make Ambazonia, we no want make this side or this rebel group, it fight this group, and then some other rebel group, it one can fight the new Ambazonia transition government. The occupier now go that. Because once you defeat the occupier, the goal of the occupier now for give you trouble from the day we gain independence. Now for punish you. So they will create terrorism. If we not bring all our people them together, they will use the one way we will push them aside. They will use them for start a new war. Dr. Cho, a vision and a plan we don't put them in place. Now a plan we include everybody. Because now a collective sacrifice, now a collective effort, that plan must include everybody. The refugees, they will be involved. The refugees, they will be involved. The prisoners of war, they will be involved. The leaders of the various self-defense groups and their representatives, all of them will be involved. We're activists, spokespeople, advocates, and activists. All men will be involved. The political movement and the political leadership, they will be involved. We're civil society organization, organization them for women, human rights groups them, they will be involved. Lawyers groups them, they will be involved. All civil society organizations from Ambazonia, they will be involved. Especially women's groups for defend the rights of an Ambazonian woman. And for be part of the process, for make an Ambazonian woman the centerpiece, for be at the heart of the discussion of the future Ambazonian state and the transition of government. So that they will be part of the political process for create a system when a men and women that must govern the country. Men and women that must govern the country. Because most men, they be more corrupt than women. I mean, it not really be based on any scientific data, not just my opinion. So we got to create a society, a system, where we're women them, we're mommy them, we're girls them, we're sister them, we're auntie them. They be part of the system for build that system will be fair, it be just, and it be inclusive. That transition authority, now all we now go come choose all the movements. Now all we now go can choose the leader. We can choose now one leader. When now all we go agree through vote. Say that this leader now ye go lead the transition authority for 2 years. Now he go lead the transition authority for 3 years. Now he go lead the transition authority for 4 years. And when he lead that transition authority, that leader no go participate for any other, for he no go participate for the general future election. For create an even playing field. For they now, the United Nations, African Union, they go help our people them now create the Constitution, the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The time don't reach for the Ambazonia Governing Council back control my mom. The time don't reach for the Ambazonia Governing Council for continue the consultation with all other movements, for start envisioning the transition authority and bring our legal experts in, for start for the framework for an Ambazonian transition authority. Other things they do already start in the background. But those things, the vice president, he go can announce them at the appropriate time. The international community, he go can announce them at the appropriate time. For right now, when I live and make the work where the leader they do, the work where Dr. Cho they do, the big diplomacy they take place back and forth. When I leave those things, make at the appropriate time, they can announce them. At this moment, Cameroon day on a very delicate time. So no movement. You don't know what will go happen with Cameroon. So there is uncertainty for Cameroon. So this period of uncertainty go for pass first. So we will be very patient. But we need to start the work so that we not go be, they no go take we unaware. Your future already there. You must take them. You must catch them. You must hold them. That's why the leader talks say, hold the line. We know what it already happened. We know what it did on the table already. So hold the line. We now continue for fund the forces. It be critical. We now continue for contribute for lobbying efforts. It be critical. Now the time this will go for do more diplomacy, we need more money for move people them around, for bring people them on board. Now the time this where the big work don't start. Because the fighting, we don't do 90% of the fighting. Now the conclusion part, now it be very delicate. And at this moment, when I realize and say, now when Hamas and the Israeli government, they want to start negotiation and they start negotiations, now that time you see say they don't kill this Hamas leader. Now that time you see say they don't target the leader for that kind of side. During this period, we want to be very careful and we want to be very watchful. The occupier would try for weaken our side. So that's why we need to see certain things already happen, like the arrest of Benedictwa and Pascal Kiki for United States. Now because the process don't start. They be politically motivated because the process don't start. We now pay attention. Not take these things for granted. The process don't start. The process for your freedom don't start. The process for your independence don't start. The process for your liberation don't start. We must take these things very seriously. Your future don't come. Hold the future. Hold the line. And continue for make contributions, for lobbying, for legal, for humanitarian purposes. And then we will support the armed resistance campaign so that we continue for keep the ground strong and continue for put a strong and stable posture. We thank you plenty for the time when I don't give him more get this discussion for now. Your independence, the time for your independence, it don't come. And I take this message very serious. As soon as you know, La République, the bond itself. Every day when they woke up, when they see something they happen for the Republic. As Mr. Paul Biya, days they don't reach, they burn their own country. For Douala Seaport, people the one woke up 2 days ago, 65 more to them. They burn them all for ground. Una watch. For Manu, we cut cafe for people them for Coupe, for Ndian, for Lebialen, what people them from Donga, we not forget una. What people them from Menchum, what people them from Mezam, the Ambazonian resistance capital. Abakwa people them, what Baminda people them, we not forget una. What people from Momo, stubborn people them, we not forget una. We see the work when I do. What people for Boyo, Boyo the jam la Republic. What people for Bui, the strongest, and people where they get the most resistance and defiant spirit. The warriors of Nso. What people for Bui, una place they up. What people for Donga, yes. I mean, what people for Ngoketunjia, una they do a great work. When they do a great work. The Marine Forces of Bambalan, General No Pity Forces, will see the great work when they do. All money place there. We'll talk on tomorrow. AC and we'll talk on plenty. Ambazonia.
Mr. Speaker, we are acutely conscious of the fact that we are addressing an historic institution for whose creation and integrity many men and women lost their lives in the War of Independence, the Civil War, and the war against Nazism and fascism. That very history demands that we address you with respect and candor and without any attempt to dissemble. What we have said concerning the political arrangements we seek for our country is seriously meant. It is an outcome for which many of us went to prison, for which many have died in police cells, on the gallows, in our towns and villages, and in the countries of Southern Africa. Indeed, we have even had our political representatives killed in countries as far away from South Africa as France. Unhappily, our people continue to die to this day, victims of armed agents of the state who are still determined to turn their guns against the very idea of a non-racial democracy. But this is the perspective which we trust Congress will feel happy to support and encourage, using the enormous weight of its prestige and authority as an eminent representative of democratic practice. To deny any person their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. to impose on them a wretched life of hunger and deprivation is to dehumanize them. But such has been the terrible fate of all black persons in our country under the system of apartheid. The extent of the deprivation of millions of people has to be seen to be believed.
Fellow Ambazonians, good morning. Today is the 14th of August 2025. Fellow Ambazonians, let me your ears. I am here to rebuke our traditional rulers who have misused our tradition for political purposes. Fellow Ambazonians, every tribe, every ethnic group has its own tradition, but we all have a universal sign that shows that a paramount chief is arriving at a particular place. If our paramount chiefs should dare now misuse all those traditional rights for political purposes, then it is a curse, it is a shame, it is a disgrace to whatever race, to whatever culture, to whatever tradition, or to whatever people such a person is represented. Fellow Ambazonians, in our African tradition, we know that if a paramount chief is about to arrive at a particular place, the first sign that shows is the sound of the gong. If you hear the sound of the gong, you know that a paramount chief is arriving. Then, if the paramount chiefs should now decide to put the gong inside a bag and arrive at a place and take the gong out and play it by themselves, then what a shame, what a mockery, what a violation of our tradition. I was so amazed, dumbfounded, confused to see that a traditional ruler picks a traditional gong and plays it to somebody who is not even a traditional ruler. However, remember that what you plant is what you are going to sow. What you sow is what you are going to harvest. Our traditional rulers have become so selfish that they tend to ignore our tradition. Before going into that unity palace, was there even one in Chinda behind them who was to dress their seat for them to sit down? How then do you yourself turn to play a gong to somebody who is not even a traditional ruler? However, those gongs are made from where I come from. They speak, they react, and they follow whatever way that you want to use them. When you use the wrong instrument in playing that gong, you have the wrong results. That's the more reason you couldn't even hear the sound of that gong. In Bangwa, where that thing was originated, where it came from, we say, Lichere, Egunwe. Maybe translating this to English, say that it muted. The sound didn't come out because it was used in a wrong occasion. I am therefore appealing to our paramount chiefs. What about the blood of our little martyr? What about the blood of Field Marshal the King? What about the blood of Isubu? What about those other children who have missing that we don't even know them? What about our villages which have been burned to ashes? Were you not the very ones that gave this government the land? Did this government not only arrive 1961 and 60? Before the government arrives here, were you not there? How do you now become beggars? Remember, what you are planting is what you are going to harvest tomorrow. When did our paramount chiefs, when did your father ever go to Yaoundé? If he went to Yaoundé, how did he come back? In the days of Foncha and Muna, that we had our own selves, which of our parents ever went to Yaoundé? Did Ahijo not visit the font of Nso in his palace? Did Ahijo not stop to listen when the font of Fontaine was coming in at Chang, when the University of Chang was being opened? What happened today that the palace now goes to Yaoundé? Does the palace move? The palace doesn't move. And if you've decided that the palace would move, it would all take a turn on all the children of our land, the children of our children, and it would be a curse to our society. Please, make haste when the sun shines. Correct all the mistakes that you people are doing. This is not fair. No land has been cleansed in the northwest and the southwest with the blood of our people that have spilled on the same streets that you all travel. It will come back to haunt us. May God save us. Ndiasa Fontaine from Libya.
My dear country people for Ambazonia, my fellow brave warriors for we liberation movement, now accept liberation greetings from me, Comrade John Akuro, this evening. This one now evening for North America where I did, and I know say by the time when I go to listen to it was to be now evening for ground zero, for ground one, for ground two, and even for Western Europe. For some parts that now already Sunday, but today when Saturday the 13th of September 2025. I'll be happy, my country people, for be back here on this platform today. Like I talk, this time we go really communicate plenty. We go need for communicate too much. We go need for encourage each other too much. We go need for accompany each other very much. We go need for make sure say we stand by one another, and this is say no man. Any man we 1 week will help you for balance it back. Any man want to away we want 4 will help for make us say making us some fall, and so way we go do throughout this period until this particular time for lockdown with the challenges the way they will come, it come for pass. So maybe we occupy our minds this period we will day for household with useful information by sharing information about liberation movement, by mobilizing each other for stay strong, and by reminding ourselves the fundamentals for this liberation movement. I want to talk one very important thing for you before I start throwing any kind of salute. That important thing I want to talk about and say, may we recall, say this second phase or this particular phase of this liberation movement, where it start for 2016, it will be absolutely and so seriously engineered by the consortium. But no say the consortium being an offshoot from which we first start as lawyers, then would be the protest, and then joined by teachers. Then when the whole community become in civil society organizations, business community, all those people them, Natinda will then form the consortium. Where the consortium actually means at the time they were actually called the Cameroon Civil Society Consortium, but eventually we mutate to the Southern Cameroon Civil Society Consortium. Why I did go back for this? Because I want to make we recall which way it will be the motto at that time. Make we know say this, so that the mantra that will be actually be meant for lead this liberation movement. It will be titled A People's Collective Quest for Freedom. A people's collective quest for freedom. Remember, say when this issue for ghost towns, for lockdowns become up for 2017, it will be not people driven. It will be ever be imposed on we by anybody from wherever, or any person who carry guns, who carry any kind of weapon. You recall, say the first ever ghost towns on the 9th of January 2017, with the whole southern Cameroons be shut down. Will not be ever know this notion of this what you call Amber Boys, or what we call self-defense of freedom fighters, or the Pythons of Boyo, or the Unity Warriors of Fako, the Unity Warriors of Meme, or now they can become the Unity Warriors of Boyo, the Unity Warriors of Bui, the Unity Warriors of, will not be know about them. Nobody will know about any of these people. The only to be known being that say the people for Southern Cameroons collectively, they will don't be done. They will don't tire with wait we don't get her from La Republic to Cameroon. We don't get enough. And so all man for the community will say enough is enough. And now why they went Patasan Wilfred Fomba, they made that statement on Thursday. I think that Thursday will be that the 6th, Friday 7, Saturday 8, 29. No, that Thursday will be that the 5th. Yes, the 5th of January 2017, when Patasan made that statement for those premises for Mondial Hotel. He said, by Monday, we shall know who controls our territory. Is it La Republic du Cameroon or it is us? That time when Patterson become make their finger like this, nobody no be carry gun, nobody no be carry stick, nobody no be carry even big, even giant rubber gun. That time, no such thing no be exist. That the people of Southern Cameroons carefully conscientized about what way they go on, well sensitized about the challenges that we don't face in the unfortunate union we will ever enter into La Republic du Cameroon. Union so will ever materialize. Now, what they will today will refer to that whole nonsense as a run over, where La Republic du Cameroon run over we, and then they result in this colonial experience we will deliver until today. And whether the motto that be and the motto don't remain until the same until today, a people's collective quest for freedom. So that goes down that the people be decide after massive consultations, and one individual no be day out anywhere for Southern Cameroon's territory on the 9th of January 2017. There was no gun anywhere. There were no Amber Boys anywhere. Because I talk so because the narrative today with the here left and right, they talk and say, oh, the people are sitting somewhere, passing orders and intimidating people. Say, may they respect. No. Make this one be clear for every person in mind. Say the notion of ghost town become from the people themselves and as a form of peaceful protest recognized in international instruments. You get the right to peaceful protest and boycott. For boycott, even we have several activities and everything, be very essential. Now, one of the cornerstones of peaceful protest. So I want to recall this one before I greet any person, make some man no go be confused or some side the work I talk, some wrong to a be totally utterly unacceptable. Because politicians, they like for twist this narrative. France and La République du Cameroon diplomatic communities, now they make job that way they do. They move around the world, try to confuse with their mind for talking and be say now some so-called separatists or some terrorists for some side, they constrain the people then by force, the people they stay home. No, no. This is for a fact. Me, every person know. I want to record them because sometimes it be if he erode from your mind, if he come up from your mind, so to the talk say, I say no. So that said, I want to salute, correct salute for plenty country people them, all country people them, that will mama them, we buy them, sell them, we truck pushers them, we rule them or we choke head them, we taxi riders them, the entire business community and the civilian population, and even especially with clergy too, where they understand these moments and they organize church services and masses for where we go accommodate the people them their safety. So I want to wait plenty salute for everybody and all people the way they did for diaspora for the support we will continue for GM for this liberation movement. And I want particularly celebrate with community spirit where they continue to make them. May we not only the talk say one for all and all for one, or all for one and one for all, with the experience and with the live them. Now the kind of people that way who don't be all this while. So my country people them plenty salute for everyone. Who will start with this talk? They say even after everything, even after everything you have been through, you are still here. You should be so proud of how far you have come. So I told you, if after all what you don't see them, all what you don't witness them, all the challenges you don't face them, all the attacks we don't get that from La République du Cameroon, and even the attacks we don't get that from even some own people, them, the members of that La République du Cameroon, the CPDM crime syndicates, where they be sent all kind bad boys them, send all kind evil people, they may they come introduce bad practices like kidnapping for ransom for the community. And always remember, they always talk say in the end, even some of the people, the way they come out genuinely, carry their sticks them for defend themselves after all the torture, the killings, the burning of villages from La République du Cameroon, where they be end up to enter for that ill. If after all these challenges, you still there for here, you still watch me, you still share my links, you still comment for the thing the way I do for here. In fact, I know say I be very proud of you, and you too supposed to be very proud of yourself because it shows say you understand. Say this whole thing no be get for being a walk through the park. It shows say you understand. Say this whole thing there so we get for time with them fasting. I mean we sleep them. We know say it be na palava for long haul. Other people then before we they don't fight for years or decades, but they end up they succeed. Now the direction that way we go take. Don't make no mistake. Along the line, we know, say along the line, some they go fall. Along the line, some people they go make mistakes, serious mistakes, they go cost very much. But all the same, a handful, will be the one the way they go remain, and when they go pilot this thing all the way to the end, we will get that freedom we will desire. So if one of those who is still there for year, we will still contribute for help, for take care of the internally displaced people them all over with territory for Ambazonia, for take care of refugees them where they day for camps and for Nigeria, for Ghana, for all those other places them, and the stress that they go through for help them, may they continue for survive and for support as they be. If you really help now people where they day hospital, where they be wounded as they run sometimes or as La République they attack them, or so on them way they don't capture the way La République du Cameroon capture them, they collect ransoms from them. Nothing that happen with people from Malende, carriage now for Malende and for that side for Wotutu, where they come up go exact collective punishment. Now so some people they still come up because they will go through a lot of stress or raise money, 500,000, 1 million, 300,000 for pay ransom for La République du Cameroon operatives for free themselves. And the hope, say the international community, they take note of this one and will be able to go after this for the way they perpetrate all these ills for we land. So my people, if after all this you still stand for here, I want to give you special congratulations. And so I want to come back therefore for this very important notion. We understand this notion now, the notion of safety for the civilian population. One thing to make my heart glad. My heart glad because I never get distress calls again from my foot soldiers, for the various communities, where they go around for sensitize, for educate, for mediate. That is to go between the people the way they carry sticks them for defend the land, and the people the way they only want opportunity for do small businesses, small trade for survive, for assist the people the way they the one for go for farms or cultivate, so that we will continue for get job, for assist the people they want go for hospital during difficult moments and for lockdowns like this one where they need for must go get treatment and all of those things. So make sure say may they always get safe passage. I want to plenty salute for all my way they still do all that kind of thing. And this one a very noble work. I must continue in this particular direction until we attain that freedom where we want. My country people, I be talk and I dey reiterate am. Me, we for consortium, we no get armed group, but we get at least we mouth, we get at least we relay them all over the place where they go try for educate the people them for understand how for stay safe and alive during these kind of moments. We need to call or impose lockdowns, but when they call them, because they need to impose, when they consult with the people, they decide say we go lock down from this period to that period. I want make we know say we duty now for respect them, for make sure say we stay safe. Because if we go astray, now for them we will go run into challenges. And they take time for repeat this thing them over and over because those members of CPDM crime syndicate for La République du Cameroon, where they come up from a land they call themselves with elites, they get that attitude for deceive people they plenty say, come on you. And when they know say, when lockdown don't they like that, La République du Cameroon, they talk say they know say any person when they see them for outside they go talk say you be Amber and they go shoot you down. They know. Let me say they doubt them. Because the greatest danger we go face out there, not be from those people the way they fight for defend we land. Now from the people the way they don't colonize we land. So we get for be very careful. And for this kind of time, the when the say they open for Saturday and for Sunday, no green me 8 p.m. pass you outside. In fact, latest, even at me latest, 6, 7, I don't me for house. Because you don't know the kind of thing the way going to happen for outside for this kind of time. Till people then they where they take advantage of all of this kind of situations for wreak havoc. Those members that for CPDM crime syndicate, they not be happy when they see like this. They need to hear say some civilian don't die for some side or something don't happen for some civilian. They go do all things as in the struggle. So they will do all things for make sure say may they cause some civilian, may die for some side, may they hang for them for tell the international community say you see these people not terrorists. We get for be careful. No live and may they take now your life for take and score their political points. Now the one thing that way I go talk from 1st to 31st. Now why that way I talk say no live and they take your life, they take and play tabala for day. I be report yesterday say they say they know. They say they protect themselves. They say they respect that this particular ghost towns, if you call them lockdowns or whatsoever. They respect them, but they will always encourage you say go outside there, you see and nothing no go happen for you, but they no go. They say no go. They go and come out, they will get around 5 layers of bee around them. They want me to come out with your empty skin, you go make them crush you. Now what I report on last night, so I get information, serious information from within some of the people that said where they carry them go, where they travel inside buses them. Last night, that's Friday breaking Saturday, from Douala, from Yaoundé, coordinated by Fu Jonathan Mejingni, coordinated by Ngala Gerard, coordinated by Linidorf, yes, coordinated by Che Linidorf, coordinated by Edwin Fondindam. All those people them, who they make a travel bus by that. Some of them reach out for me, they say that things way they happen. They don't carry me to go. You know, say some of who will be their prisoners. We know they for we for say no or yes. So, but they notify you, sensitize the people. Say if they see some people that they go around, they know say now we will they bring them from elsewhere. Not be the people there for the community. They come out because it don't be clear for all we say we people them by and large in huge numbers. They don't say no to the Republic of Cameroon their elections. Now think this one must bury them for inside our heads. I will stay safe. So they know. Now when they travel now Friday night, arrive Saturday morning. They will lodge plenty of them for Mefobe Palace for Santa local government area. Edwin Fondin now will take care of the one the way they will take for Santa. Then the other one, then now they will carry the throw for inside Bamenda and then make they go begin making noise and say, oh, the people they become a no. All we know that they are stupid game. So maybe we always stand clear. Now what they were even John Gute, the chief slave. Now what they were even John Gute, the most humiliated politician in Christendom. The most humiliated politician of the 3rd millennium. Even he says, Maybe they never told that say you go come for Thursday for Bamenda. That Thursday, so you can they will take all kinds of position. God also take and come on lock and make people on side. She don't require the way Saturday. You can't say send the show head for no place to do anything way now during this particular period. So they did respect them, but they go tell you say make you no respect them because they want me you use their life test them for see which way it go happen. And they go send only their own people the outside atang upon G. Now the chief job that they have for Tabetando. Yes, yeah for Tabetando. Now their chief job that. I follow some mommy, what they call an Ndode, wait, one Ndode, that name again, it come up from my head. One Ndode, wait, say the senator from Bangem. I follow the mommy. When you look in red face, you look in mob, you see and say this one a person for a whole life, don't the chop now for free. Instant to say make opposition, no ever come for Kupe Manenguba. Need they wait until their culture will to death does us part. The reason be simple, because he know say in a normal play, on a normal play field, person like he will easily call a lunatic, because I mob this way open and left and right. See one open maybe the talk so reporter said he talk so they put the hand for him out so you can't say they leave and so the smell will come out they rotten for talk all my head is bad. You know say person like you know forever find himself say the senator or whatsoever. Now why they talk that kind of shit? Which development they say Kopema Nengoba? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. May we stay safe, my country people. Within this one I talk so, because I talk, I need a joke. Look, even the soldiers of the Cameroon, the colonial forces, with the day with all kind gun, the every country for defend themselves, they continue for this period. So you will not carry nothing. You come outside there, you go end up inside the crossfire. The crossfire, and I say, for the freedom fighters, for the warriors across the board, any person they see outside this time, even you there in civilian, they'll consider say, na la République du Cameroon colonial force. Now why that way your life go there in danger? Nobody say they go target civilians because you go take your eyes, you go reach in the left and you go realize that they will call kidnapping for ransom. We don't fight them from the viewpoint of the civilian society. So they do a lot of sensitization. See, I say the thing don't drop so they go past. It will take a very long time before you hear about that kind of thing again. Because increasingly the people that will be in their chief job don't expose them. Soldiers for the Republic of Cameroon, they be concerned, no, I'll be published list for someone them, the soldiers are all for Meme especially, with their names, will be denounced only by themselves. So this thing, it don't go down. So if the soldiers, they come from outside themselves, they will bring them down. How much of you weigh, you carry nothing. You doubt and take your eye, look this one. Now another one that, they call this one, he named you see this one which is no Mbida, yes. You know Caporan Bida Main. This Caporan Bida Main, now the one that way he fall for Fako 2 days ago. He fall for Fako on the 11th. We did today on the 13th, 2 days ago. So you see all these days, for instance, Fako, it then like say 1 day not the pass when none of these talks from the Republic of Cameroon no fall. It shows you Fako be very volatile now. No show your head for outside, whether you did Limbe, whether you did Boya, whether you did Ekona, whether you did Kumba, whether you did Nawel, whether you did Manyemen or place, no show your head for outside. I talk for some of my country people, for Ekondo Titi, for Lobe, for Bogongo, for Mundemba. They say, hey, man, they show your head for outside. If you they right for that kind of place that they understand the need for stay them quiet for inside house, how much of you will they for Measure Town? You did Bamenda, you did Ndo, you did Kumbo, you did Bengui. Stay for your house. Because here, some lunatic when they call yourself Geo from Bengui, they work at the people, they even go say for seal people their shops. What they stay them for their house and peacefully for make sure say they stay safe. No fall for that useless trap. Continue for stay safe. Look now in this. You name now Caporan Bidameyin. The other day be na Ayisi. So see all them. All that name they already hear, the only name they for Bulu Ekang Beti, the majority. Bulu Ekang Beti. Even why would we talk that one for that side for Boyo? That one they call themselves say they say the pythons of Boyo. We understand say that they prepare for rebaptize themselves. So now the Boyo Unity Warriors say them two for that side, they took us another havoc. We will see and right for before. Now for talk, my country people. All this insurance, so I need it glad when I see young people that like this one. So we be Africans. Then we don't deal with them for some time. We do even get families. We don't want any man go inside, but and they be happy for to see young people that like this one. They get all their future before them. Make them before when they be commanded by some non-Nigerians where they wear diaper, bloodthirsty great grandpapa that for 98 years, 93 years, they kind of commanded they made them go die. Nobody this way we are happy for, and nobody this way will be bargained for. The people of Southern Cameroon and Manta would always be in a peaceful resistance. What that way, SCNC carries today now the force of argument, not the argument of force. The consortium now, a people's collective fight for freedom. We'll be peaceful people. And we need for always record this. So while Kapuran Bida, the fourth Bida Maying, the fourth for that side for Fako, you go for Boyo. So other one don't fall to for Boyo. That one falls in today, this Saturday, the 13th of September 2025. When I follow what the way they part on the session talk for that video where they bring a right for before, they say that two of them go, but the one way they don't identify him, he named now Baidi Herman. Baidi B-A-I-D-I, Baidi Herman. It shows say that one will surely come out from the northern regions of La République du Cameroon. And they begin there for Boyo, they say na them too. So just look all of these things then. Why did he die? Why did he die? Maybe we hear from the pythons of Boyo themselves, and again make I reiterate. My purpose for show these videos and all those things, not because I glorify which way they call violence and all of those things. Me, I don't always be an apostle of a peaceful approach to ensuring, say, we send like people of Cameroon out of the land. Like this will go down way. Now we say so the people will narrow down, come to agreement on that particular Monday way all man is the observer. It is very important for you to take note of this. Don't forget, all of 2017, we don't always preach with people that will go out now only with peace plans. Now until the people that don't tire when they go out with peace plans, they throw away them bullets and now from inside helicopters, from up with helicopter gunships. They move them from their houses and beat them, rape their women for their front, burn down over 400 villages. Now make people then vex, enter for their rooms and pick up their den guns. Den guns are traditional. We'll shoot for their place. Boom, 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 boom for celebrate, die. For people who don't stay with, they don't go for tell they say when I go before, when I fix the place, when we to come for that side, no they again together fine. So we'll take note of all this. So watch.
Yeah, good morning, my Ambazonian people. Today, on the 13th of September, 2025, Aboyo Pythons and this live. Aboyo. Today, we don't keep to La Republic then down. They want to wait where we don't manage for take them. They say Jangana beep. Chop small, chop for long. Keep goes down every day when a day for road. Why they know they even pass on a day. Then we're biding the pass on a day. Day. When I two fish, when I use mixing, see mixing. Mixing than this. Live. No dog. Boy, this life. Boy, life.
One way.
Savannah. 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 Sibili. Life.
So my country people, now they think this way at the talk. Why people then go take themselves, they go allow themselves or kill each other in the interest of a colonial power known as France? Because La République du Cameroon, their war for Southern Cameroons, now a proxy war, which they happen for we land now which they call colonialism by proxy. Colonialism by proxy means say France did recolonize southern Cameroon using La République du Cameroun. That France they don't count themselves because now it be forbidden under international law, but they pass a true La République du Cameroun. Use their administration, use their forces, use their everything. That in that way it happened for Wulan. And I think we don't do a great job at education and sensitization, because it don't reach for level where even civil society activists for La République du Cameroun, they said to now they don't start talk very loudly. They said they don't start recognize the fact, say, we will defend ourselves, we simply want make La République du Cameroun carry themselves out of the land. And they explain the fact that they said they be shocked. See, they saw they are picking them, their brothers, their sisters. I said their parents, they still allow their picking them. May they come out, they die for some useless war way, it no get purpose. And with politics, it goes to end. Make I talk this one clear. I mean, don't talk some things on time. I quote some one big German where they write some strong books on time. Named Otto von Clausewitz. With Otto von Clausewitz, we talk say war. Now waiting. War na the continuation of politics by other means. Huh? War na the continuation of politics by other means. When we say politics simply don't fail, they don't say, okay, because we don't decide, say we don't agree, may we fight. Now what they call a war na extension, like continuation of politics by other means. We should say, now only politics go come back for can resolve that war. So at the beginning, na politics. And at the end, go be na politics. You when you allow yourself to die for inside that middle, when a war, you be stupid person. Because this matter, generally, everywhere in the world, it always end on a round table. This one is the truth. And that truth this way, this La République du Cameroon civil society activists who they call Sankara, you don't understand how, may we hear you.
Je vois les mamans francophones camerounaises, les mamans nordistes et les mamans bamlékées, d'autres mamans sardina qui pleurent leurs enfants qui sont tombés au nord-ouest, les anglophones. Quand toi tu te lèves, ton enfant prend les armes pour aller tirer sur un Camerounais qui revendique ce qui lui revient de droit, parce qu'il a un salaire et qu'il travaille en faveur du RDPC de Paul Biya. Tu pries que non, lui, par Bamenda, a tué les enfants des gens et retourner vivant. C'est quand ton enfant va aller mourir à Bamenda, tu commences à mourir. Eh mon Dieu, eh Seigneur. Quand toi-même tu envoyais ton enfant là-bas, quand ton enfant est parti, tu as même fait les sacrifices pour que ton enfant parte tuer pour les autres et retourner sain et sauf, non. J'interpelle tous les anglophones.
So you hear, it asks pertinent question, the same question where every person will ask her. It's in the talk for that mommy them, that papa them, for La République du Cameroon. When they take their picking them, put the inside army for La République du Cameroon. Then they should declare when they say that they go for southern Cameroons for go kill other people that they are picking them. Then they should not pray with them. Pray they say where go for them, go can't find. Now anyway, this La République du Cameroon social civil society activists Sankara, they ask that question. Maybe when they go so for go kill other people than they are picking them. For go kill southern Cameroonians for nothing. Maybe when the parents, when they pray with them now, say me they go kill, then come back safely. You did think about the other people that they are picking way, they go kill them. For no good reason. You did think of the other people the way they go, the way they go so for go kill them, make them die. When they do, they never really do you nothing. They never do them nothing. You did think it's a people that even sacrifice. Make sacrifices. Sometimes they say even go say for Alamimbu. Yes, even go say for Alamimbu, no go for Baba and all of those things. Say no, time and picking so that make it go, make it kill fine. Carry back safely, come up in down to celebrate. While other families they cry. So then they talk. So but so when you're ongoing now, then you too, as if you go for go kill, they instead kill you start crying. Whoa, 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 all over the place. But if you defend the send your picking, you remember now waiting. You did think now waiting. Now what they talk. Say this will help for the city here. Sometimes they can't fair talk for French to sensitize the public too for La République du Cameroon. Say make they who cut you from that side, they tell their government say stop this nonsense. May we meet around a round table. For a session will be internationally mediated. We talk the truth. They go, which we go. We live as good neighbors. Huh? People who want come back after will don't be free, them too, they own free, fine. They will see the condition where they feel come in, can stay to continue for enjoy their lives. Now, now, this citizen for the Republic du Cameroon, he leave this particular message for the people for Southern Cameroon here.
Du nord-ouest au sud-ouest, de Mangfe à Boya, de Boya à Santa, de Santa à Ngor et Tunja, de Ngor et Tunja à Ndop, de Ndop à Mezam. Ne tolérez plus rien, zéro tolérance. Défendez-vous. Défendez-vous.
So you hear what we talk? This one as citizen for the Republic du Cameroon. This one na civil society activist, one na citizen for the Republic du Cameroon, name na Sankara. Na the social media name Sankara. You hear what they talk? Say the people them for Southern Cameroon, the people for Ambazonia, from Boya to Limbe. Limbe to Muyoka, Manfe Kumba, Ndop, Boyo, Bamenda, Mezam, Santa, una defend ourselves. You hear? Una defend ourselves. You don't talk, say, me, una attack people of the Republic du Cameroon. No. Say, una defend ourselves. Zero tolerance. So, una not tolerate shit from la Republic du Cameroon. Una defend ourselves. Why did he talk so? Because he says, come away from that clear notion, that understanding. Say the aggressors for we land that people there for the Republic du Cameroon will never go attack them for their land. Would they for land one day for land peacefully? That they can't make life for we impossible. Now I talk, have them fight for Malende and for Watutu. They go capture people them. The one that they get for sale and their motorbikes or pay 300,000, 500,000 as ransom for soldiers for the Republic du Cameroon for common. Make they no carry them go for their colonial prisons for Yaoundé. The one the way they sell, even sell a land, pay 1 million. The one that they never get nothing for sale, they go let their cocoa. These La Republic du Cameroon soldiers, this La Republic du Cameroon so-called soldiers, colonial administration, they collect even cocoa in exchange for freedom for our people. I like me the whole world begin take note of this in the way at the talk. Because it's very important and very fundamental. And it's so frustrating. Now the provocation that will make people them, they will continually go out there and it become very violent. Become violent against the people the way they feel say, me will continue for to get anything for